is should failure be celebrated or not. So as far as we know that failure is opposite to success, and we see in real world that a person who gets success is applauded by many and praised by many, but one who gets failed gets all the criticism. So we are going to discuss this topic, which is should failure be celebrated on broader means. And so let's begin with member 2, who will try to explain why failure should be celebrated.
I will state the views I would like to take forward. So failure plays a crucial role in both personal and professional growth. While success is great, but failure so it doesn't indicate like what are the mistakes and what are the weaknesses in our journey. So on the other hand, failure exposes to what are the shortcomings and what is went wrong in your life. So failure teaches us how to be patient and how to be humble with ourselves and with our journey. So I would like to give an example of Thomas Edison. It took one of the failure times before successfully making the world light bulb. So when asked about that his failures, he said, I did fail. I just found what from the way that worked well. That was good. So it shows that failure is not the end. It's just a part of the learning process. And now we enjoy the electric cars because of this we did
She is right, but I am not totally agree with you because sometimes failure can teach us something new. But always celebrate or failure is compulsory or critical because the people say it is a critical, but we shouldn't just praise a failure. We should people understand what should wrong and try to fix it. Otherwise, the people making the same mistake repeatedly. But as it is some fields such like medicine, also medicine affects our engineering field. The small mistake can lead to a big problem. Sometimes it's the loss of life. For example, the doctors give us the wrong medicine. So that also engineers can make a big breach that can cause a big damage. So rather than accepting failure is normal, we should focus on what correctly, meaning doing the things correctly and more accurately. Also, to make this advantage of accepting the failure or celebrating failure is that the people making more laziness. So people stop the trying to doing hard work, so they can be distracted from their goals and cannot pursue their goals in their life. And they feel like it's okay to fail. So always celebrating the failure is not okay to us.
Along with this, there is also psychological perspective of failure. Failures are also impact our mental health. It can cause anger, stress, anxiety, and depression, which cannot handle properly. But with the right mindset, we can deal with failure and we can strengthen our emotional IQ and self-awareness. But with failures, with growth mindset, we can achieve higher heights. Growth mindset involves believing that intelligence and achievements are developed through dedication, efforts, and learning, which can be crucial rather than fixed mindset. Yes.
from an educational perspective. I believe celebrating a failure is important than accepting it just. As Sanika says, it causes the damage to some extent. So I believe that celebrating failure is for some extent. For example, if a student fails, then he learns from their failure and understand what is their weaknesses and improve in next attempt. But improve in next attempt. Failure teaches us what we have to do in next attempt and we have to learn from the our past. But along with the celebrating of failure, there should be a thin line between improving our mistakes, understanding our weaknesses, and just carelessly celebrating
Yes, if you ask a person, should failure be celebrated? Maybe he will answer yes or no. Because it depends on their society and their culture how failure is treated at their side. If you look at Western culture, maybe the people there will answer as yes, failure should be celebrated. Because at their side, failure has been taken as growth of a person. And if you look at Western sides, people look failure as something negative out of life. So there are two types of people who looks at failure at different views.
I like to present my thoughts about failure in business or corporate life. In business life, there is a common concept: fail fast and learn fast. It means that in business it takes various attempts to be a successful person. And there are various companies like Apple, Amazon, which have various failure attempts. Initially they were failure companies, but they keep growing, and now they are successful businesses. I would like to take an example of Jeff Bezos. His previous 7 businesses was failure, and now he has a well-established big company called as Amazon. In business life, failure is very big. Failure plays very big role in success. Like we all know that failure is a peak of success. In business life, there are various startups like making our startup, investing it, and we find various opportunities to make it a successful. These are my thoughts about failure in business and corporate life.
Along my side, the moral of the failure is the key of success. It is meant that how about you fail, and you can imagine that failure is not the key. We can hard work it, and hard work we provide the challenges. And she told that Thomas Alva Edison is a scientist which can perform the 1,000 experiments in their life and continue their thoughts and experiments, and lastly we experience the electricity. And then about Jeff Bezos has doing 7 businesses, and along last week they are completed. And failure is not the word; it is the hard work of our life. And she also told that about education on point of view, there is not liable to us that of.
So as we are discussing a critical point concept, failure should be success. The reason why I called this a critical point because it is a broad perspective. He might be thinking that it should be celebrated, some would think that it should not be. So talking about the inspirational persons, first it is Steve Jobs, who is we all know the founder of Apple. Apple is the brand. The reason behind it becoming a brand is he was thrown out of the company as he started his company in 1976 and rejoined that company in 1985. Then, during the period where he was not in the job, he rebuilt and come back stronger, so that he built up a new company, Apple, which launched iPhone phones in 2007. As we know, that failure is not what we think. Failure is the step of coming closer to our success. Failures come in our everyday lives, as we know. But failure is the only, as a famous person has said, that every success story has a failure behind it. So, this is what I think.
So thank you very much. This discussion of should failure be celebrated brings lot of very good points out of this. Some of aspects that failure is celebrated because it helps to learn, grow and succeed in the future. But on the other side, some others tells that failure should not be celebrated because they result from the
carelessness or if they are other people negatively. Failure should be celebrated. It brings us to learn from it, but on the other side, it should not be celebrated. We can't learn from it, or it is not benefit to us. We should celebrate our efforts, responsibility, and growth from the failure. But failure isn't the celebrate itself. Failure, failure, in the end, failure is helpful if we learn from it. But it is not helpful if we can't get out from it. Failure must be part of the success, but it is not the part of the whole. It is not the part of the whole life or the end. Failure isn't the end. It is the stepping way out towards the success that ends our discussion.